Alice and John are children of James Elia Charles Lamb. They ask their father, James Elia, to tell them about their grandmother. Grandmother's name is Field, who has been acquainted to us by Lamb as a perfect woman with great qualities. Incidents are real life from the life of Lamb. There is a story related to the house where Mrs. Field was a keeper. It was about the murder of children by their cruel uncle. Alice and John came to know this story through a carved writing on a tree which was later brought down by a rich man. After the death of grandmother, house owner took away her belongings and placed them in his new house where they looked awkward. When grandmother was alive, she used to sleep alone, but Ilya was afraid of the souls of infants murdered by uncle, as it was thought that house was haunted by the spirits of those children. यानी कि एक कहानी थी जिसमें वो जो दो बच्चे थे जिनके भूत दिखाई देते थे, वो असल में उनके अंकल ने उनको मार दिया था. तो हमारे जो राइटर हैं, जब वो खुद एक बच्चे थे, उनको ये कहानी सुनकर उनको डर लगता था. Ilya had a brother John full of enthusiasm and zeal, who was loved by everyone, especially by their grandmother. On the other hand, Ilya's childhood was full of isolation and he remained stagnant throughout his life. यानी कि वो अकेले थे क्योंकि उनके ब्रदर की डेथ हो चुकी थी. His mind was working fast, but bodily or physically, he was totally off and lazy. दिमाग से तो वो चुस्त थे, लेकिन फिज़िकली वो उनकी ग्रोथ रुक गई थी. ही वॉज लेम एंड हेल्प्ड बाय जॉन इन एवरी पॉसिबल वे, हु यूज टू कैरी हिम ऑन हिज बैक. लेम यानी कि लंगड़ा. Unfortunately, John also became lame, but Ilya never helped him, and after his death, he realized missing him. At the end of the essay, Alice and John are crying after hearing all this. Ilya, Alice is looking like his wife, whose name is also Alice. In Alice's face, the children start to become faint and say to Ilya or Lamb that we are not your real children and Alice is not your wife and our mother. Lamb wakes up and finds himself in an armed chair, and James Ilya has vanished. The whole story is based on the life of Lamb himself. He was never able to get married and he died childless. He is also regretting and remembering moments like about his brother, about his grandmother, his childhood, etc. So, the whole of the essay is full of melancholy, meaning sadness, and the sad tone of Lamb's life. A stylistic analysis on Lamb's dream children. Charles Lamb was a famous English prose writer and the best representative of the new form of English literature early in the 19th century. He did not adhere, means follow, the old rules and classic models, but made the informal essay a pliable vehicle, pliable meaning flexible vehicle, for expressing the writer's own personality, thus bringing into English literature the personal or familiar essay. वही थे जिन्होंने इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में पर्सनल यानी कि निजी निबंध को इंट्रोड्यूस करा था, का परिचय दिया था, ताकि लोग इस तरीके की लेखनी लिख सकें. The style of Lamb is gentle, old-fashioned and irresistibly attractive, for which I can think of no better illustration than Dream Children, a Reverie. From the stylistic analysis of this essay, we can find Lamb's characteristic way of expression. Dream Children records the pathetic joys in the author's unfortunate domestic life. यानी कि वास्तविकता में तो उनका घरेलू जीवन नीरस था, क्योंकि उनका विवाह नहीं हो पाया था, उनके अपने कोई बच्चे नहीं थे। उनकी सिस्टर जो थी रियल लाइफ में, उनको पागलपन के दौरे पड़ते थे, बार बार उनको पागल खाने में रहना पड़ता था। और चार्ल्स लैम्ब बहुत लोनली थे, लेकिन इस माध्यम से वो अपने जीवन के जो सपने थे उनको पूरा करने में कुछ हद तक सफल हुए थे। We can see in this essay primarily a supreme expression of the increasing loneliness of his life. Loneliness का मतलब ही होता है कि अकेलापन. He constructed all that preliminary tableau of paternal pleasure in order to bring home to us in the most poignant way his feeling of the solitude of his existence, his sense of all that he had missed and lost in the world. Now, tableau का मतलब होता है एक दृश्य उन्होंने जो हमारे लिए बनाया था, वो इसीलिए बनाया था ताकि वो अपने जीवन की जो कमियां थी उसको वो दूर कर सकें. The key to the essay is one of profound sadness, but he makes his sadness beautiful, or rather, he shows the beauty that resides in sadness. There are remarkable writing techniques to achieve such an effect. On humor and pathos as used by Charles Lamb. यानी कि लैम्ब ने अपने ऐसे में ह्यूमर यानी कि मजाक और पेथोस यानी कि दुख को कैसे इस्तेमाल किया है. Some things are of that nature as to make one's fancy chuckle. Chuckle यानी कि laugh या smile. While his heart doth ache, wrote Bunyan. यानी बनियन एक राइटर जिन्होंने लिखा कि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमारे दिल के अंदर तो दर्द होता है, लेकिन हम उस दर्द को अपनी हंसी या मुस्कुराहट के पीछे छुपा लेते हैं. The nature of things mostly appeared to Charles Lamb in this way. Lamb does not frolic out of lightness of heart, but to escape from gloom that might otherwise crush him. यानी कि वो जो मजाक करते हैं इसलिए नहीं कि उनका दिल हल्का है और उन्माद से भरा हुआ है, खुशी से भरा हुआ है, बल्कि वो अपने दिल और जीवन के सूनेपन को, दुख को दूर करने के लिए ऐसा करते हैं. He laughed to save himself from weeping. अब अगर वो हंसते नहीं तो रोते. In fact, Lamb's personal life was of disappointments and frustrations. But instead of complaining, he looked at the tragedies of life, its miseries and worries as a humorist. Thus, his essays become an admixture of humor and pathos. Examples of his keen sense of humor and pathetic touches are scattered in all of his essays. Charles Lamb, Dream Children, A Reverie, More Critical Analysis. In Lamb's writing, humor and fun are interwoven, and it is humor which is most notable for its extreme sensitiveness to the true proportion of things. Lamb often brings out the two sides of a fact and causes laughter at our own previous misconceptions. Misconceptions यानी कि गलतफहमियाँ. Therefore, it borders on the painful realization. Thus, his humor is very nearly allied to pathos. There are two different facts of the same gem. In his essay, Dream Children, A Reverie, Lamb talks of personal sorrows and joys. He gives expressions to his unfulfilled longings and desires. यानी कि उनकी जो इच्छाएं थी जिनकी पूर्ति नहीं हो पाई थी वो अनफुलफिल्ड थी, वो एक तरीके से नाकाम हुए थे. उन नाकामियों को या उनकी इच्छाओं को उन्होंने इस ऐसे में उजागर किया है. He gives expression, he readily enters into the world of fantasy and pops up stories in front of his dream children. He relates his childhood days of Mrs. Field, his grandmother, and John Lamb, his brother. He describes how much fun he had at the great house and orchard in Norfolk. Norfolk वो जिला है या वो शहर है जहाँ पर वो रहते थे. Of his relations he gives us full and living pictures. His brother John is James Ilya of my relations, but here is John L., so handsome and spirited youth, and a king. John was brave, handsome, and won the admiration from everybody. बहुत हैंडसम थे, बहुत हिम्मत वाले थे और हर कोई उनको प्यार करता था. Charles's grandmother, Mrs. Field, is the other living picture. She was a good-natured and religious-minded lady of respectable personality. Narrator's sweetheart, Alice Winterton, is the other shadowed reality. यानी कि वो इस नाम की महिला से प्यार ज़रूर करते थे, लेकिन वो कभी उनकी लाइफ में उनकी वाइफ बनकर नहीं आई. वो केवल एक ख्याल थी, वो केवल एक सपना रह गई थी. द ड्रीम चिल्ड्रन, एलिस एंड जॉन, आर मियर बबल्स ऑफ फैंसी. ये दोनों बच्चे भी उनके अपने नहीं हैं, ये तो केवल उनकी इमेजिनेशन, उनकी कल्पना से पैदा हुए हैं. Thus Lamb's nostalgic memory transports us back to those good old days of great-grandmother Field. But even in those romantic nostalgia, the hard realities of life does not miss our eyes. Death, separation and suffering inject us deep-rooted pathos in our heart. यानी कि मौत से की वजह से जब हम अपने प्यारे रिश्तेदारों से या परिवार वालों से अलग हो जाते हैं, एंड पीड़ा, ये सब हमारे अंदर एक दर्द पैदा करती है, पेथोस. Whereas Mrs. Field died of cancer, John Lamb died in early age. Anne Simpson's has been a tale of unrequited love story of Charles Lamb. जिस लड़की से चार्ल्स लैम्ब प्यार करते थे, असल ज़िंदगी में उनका नाम एन सिम्पसन्स था. वो उनको पत्नी के रूप में नहीं मिल पाई. Notably, the children are millions of ages distant of oblivion, and Charles is not a married man, but a bachelor having a reverie. ये बच्चे उसके नहीं हैं, उनकी शादी कभी नहीं हुई थी, बल्कि वो एक सपना देख रहे थे. In his actual life, Lamb courted Anne Simmons but could not marry her. He wanted to have children but could not have any. Thus, he strikes a very pathetic note towards the end of his essay when he puts the following word into the mouths of his imaginary children. We are not of Alice, nor of thee, nor are we children at all. We are nothing less than nothing dreams. We are only what might have been. Alice is here no other girl but Anne Simmons, the girl Lamb wanted to marry, but failed to marry. In fact, the subtitle of the essay, A Reverie, which literally means a daydream or a fantasy, prepares us for the pathos of the return to reality, although the essay begins on a deceptively realistic note. यानी कि ऐसे के शुरुआत में तो लगता है कि बिल्कुल सच्ची कहानी बता रहे हैं, बाद में हमें पता चलता है कि ये तो केवल एक डे ड्रीम थी, एक फैंटेसी थी, एक फैंटेसी यानी कि एक काल्पनिक कहानी थी जो उन्होंने बुनी थी.